welcome back to Our Isekai. Unfortunately today, I'm your underpowered MC, Uchenna.
Why are you underpowered, ma'am? Do you want to tell them your sins?
I've had 3 hours of sleep in 48 hours.
Because she was watching anime. Actually, no, she was watching a food show.
I mean, because I was watching it because I couldn't sleep. It's not that. Yeah. I have a serious case of insomnia at the moment.
And I am Faith, as always. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. It's episode 48. We do have more episodes. That's because we've got 2 extra bonus episodes, I think, of Love is Blind. Yeah. Yeah, but this actually is episode 48. 49? I don't know. 40 something. Alright, so we've got the usual this week. So we've got a main quest, which... Oh no, it is episode 49. We've got a main quest, which is mainly focused on endings. So endings that made us feel happy. And ones that just left us bawling our eyes out, or shocked, or just devastated completely. That is my stomach, pardon me. And then we have, obviously, World Entertainment Tales segment. So I was in a Gulugulus, looking. And turns out there's already a World Entertainment News.
What?
Yeah.
Someone's already calling that name?
It already exists. And I said, I'm not about to be hit with a whatever. So our segment is called World Entertainment Tales. And I feel like it flows very well with the whole Isekai shit, so... You know. And that was completely not out of necessity. That was a creative process. Yeah?
Was it really?
Entirely.
You're just one less away from being sued. One word.
I mean, if it works, you know? And we have Versus, which we're going to obviously play on the whole theme of endings. So we'll be doing which ending would you rather live through.
Okay. And
then Red Light, Green Light will just be rating endings of specific films. Yeah. And that will be it until the end of the episode. So. What film, what ending of a film just made... We'll start with the ones that broke us. The ones that left us destitute. The ones that left you shocked. Just devastated, heartbroken, shattered. Are there any other adjectives that I can use?
Those are strong emotions.
Yeah, because they made such a visceral impact on you emotionally for maybe like at the end, maybe for the better, but they caused such a huge emotional, sad reaction, something that just broke your heart a little bit at the end.
Your Lie in April.
Okay. That is a sad one.
Because you don't see it coming until like you're halfway through the movie. I think you don't know the girl's sick. Well, we know something's going on because she keeps disappearing and coming back, but we don't know why she's disappearing because we know she plays violin. Yeah. But I was like, okay, maybe she's out practicing with a private tutor or something like that. Yeah. But then you find out that she's getting treatments. Then that's why she keeps getting treatments. And then the ending happens, and we thought she was going to recover, but. You know, our hope was stripped away from us. It was just like, okay, now she's sick, but she's getting treatment. Hold on. Better? Nope. And I was like, ouch. Wow.
Like, what are you trying to do to me?
Honestly, truly.
Yeah.
Because I feel for him, because they build such a strong friendship from the small time they have together. Their friendship grows so strong. Like, his confidence grows, his socialization skills grows. His personality develops. He's not a shell of himself. And then to have that person that's brought him out, taken away from him. All that emotion
for you as a viewer and for the character as well. At the end, it just shatters you. It just, it hits you here. For me, I remember watching this film at a very, very, very young age. And I remember, what the hell? I remember an instant shock followed by anger. And then just by a complete numbness. The name of the film is The Mist. And until today, I hold a grudge against that film. Because how dare you? I don't think I was even 10 at this point.
You know what ChatGPT put that in? Shock factors, not tragedies.
Really?
Yeah.
You know The Mist?
I've seen clips of it, but ChatGPT put it in... Because I've seen clips of it, ChatGPT put it in shock factors for me and not tragedies. was like, okay, I see the shock factor of
yeah, I agree that the shock factor is there, but I think the mental impact that made on the character and then on you as a viewer, because I remember as a child being like, yeah, he's got to do it because he's got no choice, right?
Yeah.
And then boom, when you see those the soldiers coming out from the mist, right? And as a viewer, there's relief, followed by just a complete mind fuck. Because they've just lived through quite literally. I had no business watching that as a child. Now that I remember, yeah, no business. But anyway, I haven't gone through all of that, all the him being diplomatic, all the sacrifices, all of that, and all they had to do was just wait it out. Because the cavalry was coming, but they didn't know that, and I think that was the point of the film: is you don't know, right? And you feel like you have to survive, you have to do so and so, but because you don't know, and I think that left such a huge impact on me as a child. It altered the chemistry of my brain for a minute. It was definitely very shocking, but I think it was very tragic, very, very tragic. Any other films like that for you that you've got?
That film was just tragic or just shocked me?
Just that kind of broke your heart. For now, we're talking about those.
I guess Titanic to some degree.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because
there's this whole love story.
There is a whole love story. It's very romantic. It's like a tale of two people in two different societies getting together.
Yeah.
And then
they have like issues and then they fix it. Yeah. And then she decides she's gonna, go for the love of her life and, live by that. And then boom, problem.
Dies.
And then he dies, yeah.
Sacrifices himself for her.
Yeah.
And I get it.
It's unfinished business, is it? And it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a end, like a complete
absolute
end. Yeah, to something that you had such high hopes for. Yeah.
I think it's because we always thought that this was gonna be the greatest love story known cinematic universe, and then when you hear about Titanic, people always tell you it's a good love story. It's a good love story. It's a good love story.
Is it?
Well, yeah.
People say.
And then you get to the end, and you're like, "Where's this is the tragedy?
Is this it?
This is the tragedy?
Is this what we fought for? Is this what I paid my cinema tickets for?"
It's a tragedy.
It is a tragedy. It's very Romeo and Juliet-esque.
It's very
ish.
Yeah, it is.
But one of them obviously ends up surviving and having to live with that trauma for the rest of their life. Rose survives, doesn't she?
Rose does survive. I guess in that respect, it's different to Romeo and Juliet, but the aspects
of Juliet love,
of Juliet are still there. Two people from two different, Romeo and Juliet are two different families, and Titanic is two different classes.
Yeah,
can't be together, end up together. One of them dies, or two of them dies.
But here's the thing: we never really knew anything about Jack, right?
We sort of gathered we got sprinkles of him.
Yeah, but fair. But yeah, for me, I think maybe this is more of a tragic one, right? One where, because you're chasing perfection, you're chasing. I mean, it's not really stardom, because I didn't think the character was doing it for stardom. She was doing it to be perfect, to the point where she self-destructs, to the point where she worked her body to the bone. Black Swan.
Black Swan is based on anime.
Is it?
An anime movie, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
But yeah, even in the original anime, the inspiration of Black Swan, she goes in paranoia because she can't tell the difference between what's reality.
Yeah, not even in the film. She couldn't tell what was real and what wasn't.
Yeah.
Because she was so she was so in the world of, she did everything for the dance routine, for the choreography. She lived for it to be perfect. And she killed herself, literally. Her mental health suffered, her body suffered, her relationship suffered, everything suffered, but the dance. So I think it's a tale of sacrifice. It's a tale, and it, in my opinion, it teaches one a lesson as well of, how far you're willing to go for what you want, for perfection. Is it to this point? me, from when I watched that film, I said, it's not to this point. I know that for a fact. But yeah, I think the end was just so tragic because even though I think as a child, as younger, when I was watching it as a younger child, as a teenager, I had hopes that, you know, because it's a film, everything always ends up.
But there were elements of it that was showing that it was going to end bad for her.
I'm not saying that there weren't, but I think there was always the hope for me that I had for the character that everything would be fine because it's a film and it always has happy endings.
Fair enough, because I watched the anime inspiration, and from that you can tell that
I'd never seen that. I'd never.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because I watched the anime. I watched that before I watched Black Swan, so I had an inclination that she's gonna end up in that state anyway,
right?
Because I already know the ending of the story.
Okay. I think so. I knew the story of Black Swan.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she was the Black Swan, but she was a ballet dancer. So it was her story that I was hoping had a happy ending. But obviously that wasn't the case. It was kind of I think it's fair to say that was one of my first introductions to, like the whole two stories in one type thing, and where they merge. So yeah, I found that very, very interesting. I loved I enjoyed the rivalry between Natalie Portman's character and Mila Kunis's character. That was so interesting to watch, but such a tragic end. I think at the end, I went to the cinema to watch it with my friend at the time, and I was just like, I had such hope, and then I came out of the cinema just
questioning everything
with no hope. I was like, oh damn. But yeah, it was a good film. How about you? What else you got?
What else I got? I think those were my two main ones out of the what.
What would I put that under? I think I'll put that under a tragedy, right? And somewhat of a bittersweetness, because now she's happy because she's reached her level of perfection at the end. So bittersweet. I have The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Never watched it.
The story of this film, it was a free film on the laptop that my mom sent for my sister and I. Our first laptop. It was this tiny little notebook. I think it was Acer.
That's cute.
I think it was also touchscreen, and you could like bend it. And we had this in like 2000 and I want to say 2000 and 7, yeah, 7 or 8, one of those. And they had iTunes on it, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button was downloaded on it. I don't know how it got there, but it was there. And so we watched it, and I remember thinking, what the hell is this? And you follow his story from obviously Taraji P. Henson's character, bringing him in, and he looks like old and whatnot. And I think it's the I forget the word, but the difference, the opposite, right? Because she meets him when she's young.
Oh wow!
As a carer, so she was caring for old people in like a home, and he was abandoned because obviously he was like this crooked adult-looking person. So he aged reverse, by the way. That's The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
So it was so anyway, she meets him, she takes care of him in the home and all of that, and obviously he starts from a very elderly person, and then he goes gradually, and then he dates, he lives life. It gets to a point where he has to leave the home, so he does, and then he returns, and when he returns to her, she's old and he's young. But he's older. Does that make sense? But he looks young. Yeah. And it's just there was this insane juxtaposition, I think is the word I'm looking for, that in that moment, that I was just like, it was kind of a mind fuck for like 12-year-old me at the time. I was like, what? And obviously at the end she passes away while he's older but looks so young, and while he's older he gets to experience all these relationships that he missed out on when he was younger.
Oh wow!
Right. It's just it's a mind fuck kind of watching it, and then obviously because he's aging in reverse, so the older it gets, the younger he's getting. Right. So he goes from his 20s to his teens, and then from his teens to childhood, and then he dies as a baby. It's fucked up. And I think it's just tragic. But the thing is,
he return his memories? Does he go down?
No. Well, yes, but obviously, as a child, what you're able to remember, because he keeps getting younger. What do you remember when your brain allows you to remember when you're like 3 or 4? Barely anything.
Oh.
What a tragic life. But he lived life though, I guess. To whatever capacity he was able to. Interesting story. I don't know how well it did in the awards, blah blah. Because to be honest, I didn't really pay attention to stuff like that when I was that age. But maybe I should probably look it up. But I thought the concept was done quite well. Yeah, it was very tragic tale, very sad. And obviously, it wouldn't be a me if I didn't talk about Marvel. The snap, the finger snap.
Thanos.
By Tony Stark. Huh? Yeah, that wasn't sad. I mean, it was sad because, people were blipped away, but Tony Stark dying was such a huge, and in my opinion, was such a monumental part of the MCU. I think one of the saddest points, really, because that was a huge sacrifice. I mean, he was a new dad at that point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. So, yeah, such a shame. And so moving on then to endings that made us, ones that healed us, that gave us closure, a full circle story, a full redemption, legacy, something that made you pause and think and, just give you that warm feeling inside. What was that film for you? Or is there a film like that for you?
Full circle story?
Yeah, just something that made you feel warm and fuzzy and like just a feel-good ending, even though it was maybe somewhat melancholy or sad, or even if it ended up, but it was, you felt like it was a full story, like it healed something in you,
Avatar: Last Airbender.
Okay.
It's a journey of 4 friends on separate journeys together in one direction. Katara becomes Master Waterbender, Zuko becomes the Fire Lord, Sokka becomes a Master Swordsman, Toph becomes a policeman, a bender of 2 elements and one that she created herself. Aang becomes, he becomes the Avatar in full, and they beats Fire Lord Aizen. Don't correct me, I know I'm wrong.
Aizen, yeah.
Him. It's not Aizen, I know it's not Aizen, because Aizen's from thingy, Bleach.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, Lord Aizen indeed.
the Fire Lord guy.
Yes, him. It's a full story because you get to see them grow, mature. Even like Sokka's immaturity, you get to see how he develops as a person, from him seeing like women in one facet of like, you're meant to be here to cook and clean for me, right, servitude, to him having a badass girlfriend who teaches him like women are stronger than men in more aspects than you can imagine, kicks him and is like, let me learn from you. And she's like, go away. Why would I want to train a man? Do you not see us? We're the Kyoshi warriors. What? Women warriors only? It's like, please. And he begs. And she's like, okay, because you begged me so well. Not the point. Though that was satisfying.
Yeah.
It feels complete. You see their journeys. You see the story as a whole. Because the world building in Avatar is immense. Because you get, first episode, intro, you see a world map. And you're like, we're going to be going from this place to this place to this place. At the end of it, you see the full picture of all the different nations, the political system, the beliefs of the people, little societies that they have, like the secret societies within the major societies. It's immense, and you get to feel, if you feel satisfied knowing that
the world.
Someone can say bossing the same, but like, yeah, they're known for their cabbages. They have a high tower. They have the Dali, the secret police, as well. I can tell you, you just know, like, you feel like you've been there. I feel like, Avatar. Complete. Wholesome.
Yeah, and it ends well as well. Like, a happy ending.
There's no loose ending.
And at the end, you're just like, he achieved what he what his purpose was, I guess. Yeah, and he didn't die. Good.
Yeah, we don't go into Korra, how they unfolded how he was a bad father, but
oh yeah.
we stop at Avatar, the last episode of Avatar.
Yeah, we're not.
We don't do sequels in this household. We don't even watch Boruto. We don't do sequels.
Yeah, we don't do legacy stuff. We do original.
We do standalone. I would judge you for who you are alone, okay?
That making RJ deadbeat still pisses me off. For me, it's also just one, but because I anyway. Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah. Brotherhood.
Yes. We start off obviously with the story of the brothers, and then the story just turns into more. We meet Hughes, we meet his daughter, we find out the truth, right, of the world that they live in, and then we find out the truth about their power systems and how all of that just kind of falls into one. We find out the history of the alchemy. We find out what we initially actually set out to find out. There were trials, there were tribulations, people died, we cried, we saw the horrors of the world, and we saw the lights of the world, we saw the good parts. We lost characters that we held dear, you know, with Hughes, and obviously Shotaka and his daughter and dog. We find out more about the Chimera, the Ouroboroses, the 7 deadly sins, and then we find out about the thing in the flask and the father, and obviously their father, and how that came to be, and how it was, the whole thing was built, right? Very reminiscent of our worlds in a way, when you actually think about it. So, and obviously we get the end where that's what we've been building up to, right? We've been building up to them getting their bodies back, them, or specifically getting Alphonse's body back, and if we could, then, you know, his arm. We get to that point, and we get what we want, and, you know, we win, and it's just, yes! It's that happiness that everything's going to be fine. It's very healing. It's very warm, you know. It tells you that, you know, sometimes everything does work out, even though circumstances doesn't always allow. And I think it's just such a good storytelling, because they take us through highs and lows, and then they give us an immense satisfaction at the end. And I haven't watched it this year. I've actually thought about watching it again recently.
Have you?
Yeah. But there's
Christmas
so many new animes.
Christmas is a time to binge watch things. It's my favourite time to just
there's so many new animes though that I don't know. I haven't really gone back to old stuff this year, not really, because I've been enjoying all the things that are coming out. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, but Fullmetal Alchemist for me was that satisfying ending that just makes me feel warm inside, and I smile when I see the arm, because I'm like, oh, you know, although like they caused their problem technically, but they caused it out of curiosity, because that's what we all do, right? When we're young, we're very curious. We do things that maybe we shouldn't, but they paid a huge price for it. And he said, you know what, I'm going to fight whatever it takes. And he did whatever it took without having to sacrifice his morals and his values. And I think that that's just so important, especially in this time and age. But I think it's just, and you also find allies as well, and it's the relationships that he builds during his journey that kind of gets him to the point where he's at, right? And that's just, it's a fantastic tale.
Yeah,
I really liked it. And moving on now to the next segment, which is Wild Entertainment Tales. Right. What do you have for us?
Bridgerton is back come January
29th. Yes.
They need to stop. I think.
You know, it's a book.
I know it's a book, but the book's been complete for a while now.
No, there's multiple books, so they need to do each person's story.
Yeah, I know. My point is, I don't like this. I don't like waiting a year. I don't. I just want to get the full story in one.
Unfortunately.
And that's what I want. I want the whole story in one. Stop giving. They're doing it in 2 parts, which isn't. It's annoying me.
You want the whole season? You mean in one?
Because
why? I thought you meant like each book. Right.
I'd like that as well, but preferably let's start small and just have a season as a whole.
Yeah.
Okay, not part 1 and part 2.
Well, it's capitalism.
It's greed.
Capitalism.
Well, how is it capitalism? Explain to me. Apart from the fact that I have to wait an additional 4 weeks.
The more people talk about it, they build up a thing around it. So hopefully more people will sign up for Netflix and then watch it.
Fine.
Yeah, because obviously, however first few episodes, right? People need to get through that. People then they need to release it. People need to watch it, create a buzz about it online, and then other people that haven't really heard about it, they'll hear about it and think, oh, okay, it's on Netflix, right? We need to go sign up. Let's go. And that period of time tends to take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however many, and then they'll then release the next batch, and then that's I know. And also, it's likely maybe a programming thing as well with Netflix these days.
Okay, I just wish to get it in one.
No, I don't disagree. It would be nice to get stuff all in one, but then the buzz dies down quite quickly, and then.
Yeah, but I find sometimes when I'm hearing so much about something, I want to watch it, but I'm like, now you've been ruined for me because there's so much talk about you. I had good intentions to watch you, but now it's been ruined for me because there's too much hype around it, so I lose interest because I feel like I've heard everything from people around me, especially with like TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
Well, that means you just got to watch it with the rest of the people,
I suppose,
and avoid spoilers as much as you can. I'm quite good at that.
But no.
Or sometimes I haven't seen part 2 of season 3.
What are you talking about?
Bridgerton.
Part 2 of season 3.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Charlotte's story.
Charlotte's story. No. Season 3 of Bridgerton, the one with the girl and the brother.
Yeah.
With Lady Whistledown. Whistledown.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
The main girl, that one. Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen because they also released that in 2. I haven't seen the second part of that because. To be honest, I don't actually know what's happened. I know obviously at the end they get together, but I don't know what happened.
How we get together.
Yeah, because I avoided the spoilers. Motivation's not there. And to be honest, I'm kind of over love stories these days.
Really?
I'm reading a book called How to Kill Men and Get Away with It. These days, love stories ain't cutting it. Or like romance. Romance ain't cutting it for me. So, Drake's lawsuit, it was dismissed by the judge.
To Kendrick?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Universal Music.
What was it suing them for again? Because I actually got bored of the storyline, to be honest.
That's the thing. It's now become trivialized. It's now become a storyline. We don't care anymore. Like all these rap beef and with the Cardi and now it's just like it's annoying. Like I don't care. Like go like do it somewhere else. Like ew. No, ew. Like you're grown adults. Ew. Like brother, like stop.
Not on my face.
Same thing with Cardi and Nicki. Like, ew. You have children. Grow the fuck up. Like if you're gonna diss each other, like do that. Like each other, and do it well as well.
Wow.
It's given BTEC pass. Not even merit. It's given pass. Get in the booth. And then we'll acknowledge that it's beef. All they know how to do is fight. What was it that somebody said about Twitter fingers and butterfingers or something? Did you see the Aisha Curry stuff?
No.
So it always starts with the guy with that podcast called Call Her Daddy. So you know Steph Curry?
Yes.
His wife, Aisha. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. She went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and she said something about how she previously, years ago, said stuff about how he wasn't really her type.
Oh.
And like, anyway, on this one, she was like, she wasn't really expecting life to turn out the way that it did, right? Where he's obviously the star and she's not because she'd always been like career driven. I think she was a chef, right? And that was what she wanted to do. She wanted that life. She was of the opinion that his stuff wasn't really going to pick up as because technically he beat the odds.
Mm.
He doesn't have the height that kind of comes with like basketballers and stuff. Anyway, but obviously he's a great shooter and his career's lasted for a very long time. And obviously she's having to deal with that. And so she, but then people were saying, I swear it's you that said you don't have to cover your body. Like, you don't have to expose your body, like, with all these trends. And now you want us to feel sorry for you because you're a career woman or some stupid shit? Fuck off. I don't like, because she was peddling the whole traditional woman stuff before Nara Smith made it. And all these Bella Farms people did the whole TikTok thing. And then I said, are you dumb, brother? Yeah, congratulations to her. I said, are you dumb? Because when Nara Smith started doing her stuff, couldn't you have started doing your stuff? You're a chef. Start with the TikTok and shoot and cooking. You could have blown too. What did you do? Well, to be honest, I don't know. Maybe she did. But she could have partnered up with Nara Smith and done, and brought her into her kitchen. What was them girls? Them Hailey Bieber, Sereniums, they did the whole cooking stuff as well a few years ago. She could have gone in their show. They could have gone in her show. Mm. She could have been the better farms of the NFL, NBA, But no, I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she didn't see the business thingy, but there you go. Maybe you're not a businesswoman. I don't know.
She's a chef, not a businesswoman.
You have to, you have to learn the business as well. You can't just, yes, you can know how to cook, but you need to learn the business. I think she did have a cooking show at some point, but who's to say you can't do it again? And maybe there was a lot of losses there, and that's possibly why she didn't. But then just start with the TikTok. She's Aisha freaking Curry, and the whole traditional nonsense is blowing up on TikTok these days. So she can still capitalize on it to an extent. To be honest, I don't know what she came to sell on the show and on the podcast. I didn't listen to it. I just saw people making fun of her on TikTok, and I was like, oh wow, sorry for you. It's such a shame. I don't know. To be honest, I get the resentment a little bit. Your life didn't turn out exactly how you wanted it to be. So, not fucking dumb. Moving on. Taylor says she does not care that you don't like her album and that she's a businesswoman or she's a business.
Clicks for her.
Gosh. Okay. And I feel like this is just further proof that she is a business. So don't take it personal.
Yeah, I suppose, but she has been, like, in the past, she was like, I'm here for the fans. I'm here for the fans. I love my fans. I do it for the fans. But now
she's not doing it for the fans. She's doing it for the money, and she said so.
Now she has.
Yeah. And so I don't know why people are still defending her and saying that she's a lovely person. Or not that she's not lovely, but it's not for the interest of the fan. It's to hog as much money as possible. And it calls into question your integrity when it gets to that point.
Mm. Not a highlight, but I'm currently enjoying watching the TikToks of T-Pain's concert. Looks so fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've really seen a few on Instagram, not even on TikTok.
It looks so fun. I was just like, wow. T-Pain's back.
Yeah, he's been back for
I know. But now I feel like I need to go to his concert because it looks so fun.
You think is he coming to the UK?
I don't know, but when I see the notification, I'm
definitely buying a ticket. You can have a look at it and see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Good for him though, the whole resurgence. Because he started with streaming, and obviously he went on The Masked Singer as well.
Recently?
In America, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Maybe last year or maybe this year? At some point recently anyway. And yeah, good for him. Yeah. Apparently, The In-Betweeners might be coming back.
I don't want it to.
Yeah, they need to stop. We don't need a new version.
What do you think about the reboots? Do you think we need them, or do you think we should just cut them?
We already said we're not a legacy person. We don't.
But it's not legacy. It's a reboot. It's not like a whole different storyline. It's the same storyline, just different people. Yeah,
different actors. Just let it go. It's probably going to be a little bit different. But there is one legacy that I maybe, or sequel that I maybe will be interested in. Is The Paper.
I don't think I've watched that.
The Office is what's the word I'm looking for? It's like our version of The Office now, but it's like,
okay.
It's the same company that filmed Dunder Mifflin. They're the ones also filming this one for The Paper. So I'm actually quite interested. I've heard good stuff about it, so I'll give it a watch and see what's up and what they're saying. and see if I like it.
Yeah.
Also, the comedians are getting a kick in the I don't know, in the gonads, because they went to Saudi Arabia to perform.
The comedians?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Dave Chappelle, Jack Whitehall, Jimmy Carr.
Because they went to Dubai.
Bill Burr, Bill Burr. Who else went? Kevin Hart went. I'm not sure about that one.
I don't understand. Comedy is comedy. Is it because they went to Dubai?
It's because it's Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
because it's Saudi Arabia.
Fair enough.
Because obviously they do the whole slavery stuff, really. And, yeah. I don't actually know what to think about it.
Well, it's the first time I'm hearing of it, so I need to actually...
look into it, yeah. Because in my opinion, it's kind of how you'd look at people who support Trump, right?
Trump?
People who support Trump. You could make an argument that they're fascists. And so therefore, if you performed at his inauguration, for example, you would be seen as a fascist and you would get some backlash for it.
Mm.
So I think it's appropriate. Yeah, they had a what do you call it? Comedy festival in Saudi Arabia, and they had all these people come perform, and I'm sure the money would have been good. But I think it's the fact that it's not really the fact that they went to Saudi Arabia to perform. I think it's the fact that they went there and it was the government that was sponsoring it.
Oh.
Yeah. So if it was like a private thing, I think maybe people would have been okay with it.
Mm.
But it's the fact that it's the government. And also, I'm very curious how much America's culture is exported into Saudi Arabia to the point where they would know who these comedians are. Even the UK as well. I mean, I know that, and you know what, fair play, the rich definitely would know who the British ones are. And because in Nigeria, we would know who Dave Chappelle is.
Mm.
And I don't know about the British ones that went, but we'll definitely know who the majority of the Americans ones are, because Americans export their culture so much. But yeah, they're getting a lot of backlash. And Netflix is also getting backlash about Liam Hemsworth being The Witcher.
Really?
Yeah, people are saying they don't like it.
Why don't they like it?
Because he doesn't look like, what's his face? Cavill. But I'm just like, just give it a chance, at least watch it, and see what it's about. And then if you don't like it, then, make comments. But that's all I've got for the news. Moving on to Versus. Which ending would you rather live through? Which ending would you rather live through? So I have a few across film series, anime, blah, blah, blah. So, would you rather be in the world after Demon Slayer, or wake up after the Your Name timeline shift?
Your Name timeline shift. No one's right. There's no guarantee that the demons are dead, so I guess there is a guarantee.
Yeah.
But it's a much softer, it's such a softer story. Okay. Less dramatic.
Would you rather live in the new era after Naruto's 4th Shinobi War, or live in the Infinite Tsukiyomi?
So in the Infinite Tsukiyomi, can I design the world myself, or is it?
Yeah, it's technically your utopia.
Yeah, then that.
No,
I just had to like clarify. Am I making the world, or is someone else making the world for me? Because then
but then it's on some Matrix type shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. But it's my world.
Wow. But then what happens when you die?
You just die.
There's no kids. Everybody would just die.
Yeah.
I think there's a flaw in that plan, from whoever it was that did that plan. But I think I'd rather live after the war, unfortunately. Because there's only so much, ass kissing I can take. If things are going too well, I'd be like, something right. Like, something ain't right. But moving on. Would you rather live through Hunter x Hunter after Gon finally meets Gin, or after the truth of Steins Gate is revealed?
Gon.
Steins Gate's just...
It's a mind fuck.
It really is. Okay. Would you rather live... Which ending would you rather live through? After Lelouch's Zero Requiem, or living in erased, corrected timeline?
That's interesting. I want to live in... That's really interesting. Because, you know, in Lelouch's world, you have the chaos, but there's also a lot of segregation. But after the Requiem's done, that's dissolves. And people are happier. But then there was no drama apart from Peter and Erased. So there's a bit more peace in that sense.
Tough one, eh?
Yeah. Lelouch's world. I think the Erased one I'll get be like, okay, I'm back to work.
Bye. Which ending would you rather live through? In the world after Ed and Al finish their journey, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, or after what the One Piece and Luffy finds the treasure and gets to Laugh Tale?
Does he actually find the treasure?
I mean, he will at the end. He better at the end.
Ma'am, at this point, the treasure's just like, the treasure's here, and the storyline is here. Two different things right now.
Well, maybe to you, but they definitely, I promise you, they will.
They are two different.
It will eventually.
Luffy's journey, I mean, he keeps talking about the treasure, but come on.
It's the story is ramping.
I'm telling you, surely, where
the story is ramping.
Where I am right now, I have not progressed from last week. I'm going to tell you the truth.
The story is definitely
where I am right
hitting
now.
The climax.
Okay, because he's just like, you know, he's going through his heartbreak. His
brother just died.
Exactly, he's going through heartbreak.
Give the brother a break.
He's going through heartbreak. His grandfather was one of the reasons his brother died. His father, not present. He's fighting a revolution. He is on an island with a woman that loves him, but he does not love back. Unrequited. And a man that used to be best friends with his brother.
Madam, which one would you rather live through?
What's the question again?
Which ending would you rather live through? One Piece after Luffy finds the treasure.
Does he even find the treasure?
Just imagine he does! Fucking hell! Oh my god.
I can't.
Or after, because once he finds the treasure, right, the world will be at peace. The world government would have been defeated. There would be no, what's it called? Teach. Everything would be happy. The Marine would probably still exist, but in a different way. Because obviously the new generation with new hope and everyone would have known the truth, or whatever the truth is, it would be, the whole world would know about it and it would all be lovely and whatnot. Maybe pirates, there would be a new rule for pirates or whatever, you know, a distinction between the good ones and the bad ones or whatever. And how to kind of operate at sea and whatever it is that they need to put in place, they'll put that in place. But either, so would you rather that ending, or where Ed and Al get the happy ending where we see the reveal of the Zexers and how their alchemy power kind of came to be, and how there's different versions and you don't have to use the one that sacrifices people and all that stuff.
I'd rather live in that world. It's easier to imagine.
Fair. Because it's ended. Fair. Okay, moving on to films. Which ending would you rather live through after Katniss chooses Peter?
Okay.
Or after Thanos wins in Infinity War?
First one.
Okay, so which ending would you rather live through? After Iron Man snap, or after Thanos' snap?
After Iron Man snap.
Yeah, same. Which ending would you rather live through? After Simba takes the throne, or have you seen Frozen 2?
I've seen the first one.
Okay. Moving on.
Chloe loves it.
Which ending would you rather live through? Okay. You've seen The Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay. Which ending would you rather live through? After Frodo leaves in Return of the Rings?
Okay.
Or surviving Hunger Games Revolution?
Both are not great places.
No, they're not.
After Frodo lives.
Okay. Would you rather live in Grey's Anatomy post McDermott's death, or in Sex and the City, the final relationships? After the final relationships, like at the end.
Well, when she gets with Big.
Yeah. Obviously, as one of the main characters, whichever one you choose to be.
Sex and City.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Which ending would you rather live through? With Friends, with the Friends crew, or growing up, or after the How I Met Your Mother gang?
Friends.
Interesting. Have you seen The Good Place?
I've watched a few episodes whilst you were watching it.
Oh, don't worry about that then. Ooh. Which other Shonda Rhimes have you seen?
Scandal.
Apart from that, and apart from Grey's Anatomy.
I watched the first season of How to Get Away with Murder. I didn't finish the second of the seasons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the one I went to draw from was a different one.
Which one's that?
I forget the name, but it's one that she did with the red-headed lady and the black lady, where the grift, the scandal, the something. But don't worry. Okay, which one would you rather be in? Post Game of Thrones or post House of Dragons?
Ooh. Post Game of Thrones.
Definitely post Game of Thrones. Okay. And that is the end of this. Moving on to red light, green light. So we'll be rating the endings of the films or TV series, blah, 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 blah. Avengers Endgame.
Green. Apart from Tony dying, it's a good ending.
Yeah, fair. Green. Infinity War. Amber, because you prepped C for the next one, but very sad.
Okay, yeah.
Titanic. Red.
What? Amber. It's the ending that he does. Like we
ending. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Amber.
There was space.
We all knew that.
So red flag.
It was dramatic.
I guess maybe he could have died of hypothermia anyway. But still.
It was dramatic. I'm putting it as Amber.
Right. Have you seen Inception?
Mm-mm.
You've seen Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises.
Green. I liked it. It was a fun movie to watch as well.
Yeah, and the end was, it kind of left things quite ambiguous. So, yeah, sure. You said The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? The ending.
Once a man becomes king. Green. Full circle.
That's cute. Toy Story. Any one of them?
Green.
It's a green. Yeah. Up. Green.
Didn't watch it, but I hear it's a green.
Yeah. Black Panther.
Green.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Black Panther.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Green as well.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, just because of how sometimes it made me feel like, not icky, but because like you know what's happening, it leaves like deeper thoughts in behind. Like the storyline's fantastic, but I always went away thinking, wow, that's so dark. Wow, that's very dark. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I remember Green because it is a satisfying ending, but I think it's like more how it left me questioning things more. But the ending was satisfying. I was left questioning things, which is I'm Green.
Okay. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
That's the sixth one, is it?
Yeah, the last one.
I'm still in part one of that. Still to this day, since I started my Harry Potter binge.
Well, I mean, Harry had to die. Do you mind spoiling?
No.
I already did. Sorry. I'd say
it was a Holocaust.
yeah, it was a Horcrux.
He was one of him.
Horcruxes. Yeah, it was a Horcrux himself. The one that he didn't plan to create, but created anyway. So he had to die. But obviously he comes back. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, Spider-Man No Way Home. Fuck you with that ending. That's what I'm gonna say.
Amber.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to TV series. Game of Thrones.
Amber.
Red. Get the fuck out of here.
They won. But they should have. Just not in the right way.
Why was Bran king? Yeah, I get it, because he'll be,
We'll see y'all.
He'll be, a good king, and but fuck off. Breaking Bad. I think it was a good ending.
Disagree.
Yeah, everybody got what they definitely deserved, including Walter White himself. How I Met Your Mother.
Amber. So dissatisfying.
Honestly, Friends. I wish Rachel and Ross didn't get together.
But I think it was a good ending. It closed their stories well. I'm green.
Amber. The Office.
Never watched
Green.
it.
It's cute.
But I know you love it.
Lost. Green. The Good Place. Green. Mad Men. You said Mad Men.
Episodes here and there.
Oh, okay. I think the ending was good. Grey's Anatomy. To Where You Are. Good ending so far?
Yeah, I finished the whole thing.
Really? You're up to date?
Oh, I'm not watching the new stuff.
Oh, okay.
But from where it should have ended.
Which is where? For you, which is where?
Season 16.
Okay. What happened at the end of that one?
I think this is just where I have to check what's happening on Disney. But I think season 16 is when she's with Luca. Is it when she's...
Can you believe that Luca dies?
Yeah.
Stupid. Ridiculous. Did he die? He did, didn't he?
I don't think so.
No? Oh, okay. I don't know
think
where
he
I got that from.
Question is, are you watching the new Greys?
No.
Do you
I haven't
plan
watched it for years.
to watch the new Greys?
I haven't even gotten to where McDreamy dies, so...
No.
Yeah.
Because when I told you so, I was like, yeah, they wrote him out of the script like years ago. And you're like, did they really? I was like, yeah. They wrote him out of the script a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I know. I pretty much know what's happening. I just haven't watched it. I just don't care to. While you're finding that out, the end of Scandal, how would you rate that?
I like this end of Scandal. It's a green. Olivia deserves to be there.
The end of Sex and the City?
I don't like it.
Wait, what? Her ended up with Big?
I don't think we're meant to be each other. I think they're meant to be just good friends.
I mean, he
long
did
distance
die.
from friends.
The end of Big Bang Theory.
Green.
Yeah, I think it was quite satisfying. He's always wanted that. New Girl.
Who's that girl?
It's just
Green.
Yeah, I guess. All that ends well or whatever. No, the rest you haven't seen, but that's what I got. Anime now. And that will be the end. The end of Erased.
Green.
The end of Steins Gate.
Green.
I'm not saying anything because I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. The end of Demon Slayer.
What? Season 1 and 2? Or can we
The end,
movies?
the end.
That was in the whole story. Green.
They didn't all have to die. But I get it. But they didn't.
But I think they do. I think I'm so used to plot armor. I think I need to see someone die.
Fair.
I need to know that there's some that the power system is a power system that works.
Like sacrifices are actual real sacrifices.
Yeah.
Fair. Fullmetal Alchemist, green for sure. Naruto, Shippuden.
Green. I like the ending. Naruto.
I like the ending, but the Kaguya shit was not needed. Attack on Titan.
I think I stopped at season 2, so green for season 2. You asked me season 3 and above? I do not know.
Emily's death was well deserved.
Did you see that? I saw a post that said Mikasa was one of the most overpowered female characters to becoming like the best bodyguard one can ask for.
She was the most unutilized character that I've ever seen in my life.
She became bodyguard.
I don't give a fuck. It's just anyway.
Blind in love.
I have my issues with Attack on Titan. Death Note.
Amber.
Because of Elle's death. Oh.
No, Elle was gonna die.
Yeah.
It was when I said when you. It was hinted.
Mm.
It was just anticlimactic.
Yeah, they didn't have to make him win as much as he did because he weren't that smart. But you know what? Fair play.
Anticlimactic.
I just saw a take. Sometimes TikTok can be such an echo chamber of my inner most darkest thoughts.
Mm.
Someone had a take where they said that Light wasn't very smart, and I was like, in it. I was like, right. I was like, tell me more.
Free confirm my bias.
Preach. Tell me exactly what I'm thinking. Like flesh it out for me. Thank you very much. Okay, moving back to the ending of stuff. The ending of Code Geass.
Green.
The ending of Cowboy Bebop.
Classic.
Yeah.
Green.
Green. At the end of Your Lie in April.
Amber green. It's sad, but it's a complete end. There's no like left storylines on open like we know what everyone is going in their respective journeys.
Yeah. The end of Bleach.
Bleach is still going.
No, Bleach has ended.
Anime.
No.
Sorry. So I haven't watched. I'm only anime only, so I haven't watched the manga.
Yeah.
Read the manga.
Green, I'd say. Tokyo Ghoul.
The whole thing. Green.
Okay. And last but definitely not least, do you think that the end of One Piece is going to be a green, red, or amber?
I'm hoping it's a green because I'm invested now.
What do you think it will be?
I said I'm hoping.
I think it will be an amber. There would definitely be some huge losses for sure.
As long as Big Zoro is there, I don't really mind. Zoro must be at the end.
Yeah. Don't do me like Neji, I beg you please. Like, just Zoro, Law,
Robin.
Don't care about the rest.
I just need Zoro and Robin to stay alive, and then we're good.
Yeah. Just not that Oda is listening already though.
We have our requests.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Much appreciated. Just leave those two. Don't care about the rest. Yeah. The rest are just,
side characters, you know.
They don't matter. Not like the main. I mean, you killed Roger. Who cares about Luffy at this point? I think in fact the story will go full circle if things did go that way. You need a sacrificial lamb. What? No, I don't know. I'm not telling you how to end your story, but if you did do that, just know that people would be very unhappy. I'm very curious how it will end it because there would have to be huge losses on both parts.
On both sides.
But there would have to be a huge emotional loss on the good guy side.
Who would that be, though?
I'm so sorry, but Gap is gone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I love him. I know he's one of...
But he's got to go, bruv.
Why?
I think that would be a good emotional blah, blah, blah ending.
Oh.
He's old already. He's lived life. He should sacrifice himself for his grandson. Because how terrible would it be if he would... God, that would be terrible. If he would have to outlive his best friend's son, and then his own grandson. Nah, that would be diabolical. That's too much of a punishment.
I don't want him to go.
But I think that would make it would be a huge loss on the good guy side, and on the Marine side as well. That would be a loss that I think would be taken and well respected. Obviously, apart from the bad people can just fuck off and die. Who else do you think whose death would make a huge impact on our main characters, apart from Gap?
Who's that little boy we keep seeing? One with pink hair.
Oh, I know who you mean. It's not Sabo.
Like we met him in like the first 6 episodes, and then he keeps showing up every so often.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's literally at the tip of my... Kobe!
Because Kobe's moving up the ranks now.
Oh yeah, Kobe's a fine boy now.
Yeah,
you think he's moving up the ranks? Where you are? Yeah. Where he's at here? He's a hero.
There we go.
He's a hero right now.
He may go.
No, he's gonna be like Gap's replacement.
He can go, and Gap to stay.
What emotional impact is he gonna have on Luffy? Like a little bit, but it will not be the same as his granddad dying, bro. His Gap dying will be on the same level as Ace dying, bro.
And what's that going to do to Luffy? He's going to stop his
emotional growth.
It's grooming though.
Of the character development. Yeah, because that's what they can hold against him. That's what the world government's probably going to use.
That's horrible if that's what they do. It's horrible.
The guy's probably in prison at the minute. I know he's just not told us.
No way.
I don't know. There's no way. I know he's a hero and stuff, but there's no way he's going to go unpunished.
What's he currently doing in your timeline? What's he currently doing in your timeline?
I don't know, actually. I actually don't know. Because where I'm at and where I've gotten spoilers to different points.
Okay.
Yeah. Where I'm at is Whole Cake Island. Just the end of Whole Cake Island going into Zo. Yeah, going into the Kaido arc, the end of Whole Cake. So I'm actually quite behind. But where I've gotten spoilers to is pretty much up to date. So like spoilers on like maybe like the core stories and like certain aspects of like what's going on in certain things, but not specifically what's going on with Gap because I actually don't know. But I feel for him. But anyway, that takes us to the end of the episode.
Let us know your thoughts on where you think One Piece is going.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is a good one.
Because season 2 is coming out of the live action. No?
Yes, it is. I think it's coming out next year. Is it next year?
I think so. I think I'm up to date with where they're going to be in the live action.
Oh, definitely, definitely. You're way past that. In fact,
this Christmas I'm going to watch the live action of it. That and finish my Lego because my Lego's been started like since September. And I have not finished it since September came along.
Yeah, she has the Gomeri. Is it the Gomeri?
Yeah,
the Gomeri.
Yeah, I have the leafy shit.
Lego.
Yeah. And also like I made.
Well, thank you very much for listening. I hope this episode was an enjoyable one for you, even though I wasn't of high spirits as much as I would have liked to. Signing out or something like that.
Until next time.
That's a good one. Until next time. Yeah. Maybe I'll put like special effects and just fade us out.
Okay. Bye.
Deuces.